Let's make apple cinnamon muffins. You want some? Okay, we've got our flour, baking powder, a pinch of salt, not a punch, and a couple of teaspoons of cinnamon. Now we'll just tap, tap, tap-a-roo. Almost done. And done. Perfect. So now we're going to go ahead and set this aside and move on to our wet ingredients. Probably the most tedious part of apple muffins, just peeling the apples. Right. I'm going to do just over 2 cups of apples. Now, if you have Granny Smith or Crisp, great, but I'm using the apples that I have right in here. We like firmer apples. We do not like soft apples. But again, I'm using what I have right here. Nothing goes to waste in my kitchen, okay? This is a method I use for peeling. It helps save a few nicks on the fingers and the thumb over the years. So we're done peeling. We're just going to core these guys carefully. Nice clean apple. Apple's ready. Let's clean up. Okay, so next up, we're just going to go ahead and dice our apples. Again, we're making apple muffins. So nice cubes here of apples. A little bit more than 2 cups of apples here, which is perfectly okay. Now I only need 2 cups here, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to slice these up. That's what I'm going to do. Let's use this over here, kind of out of space, but not to worry. This is about 2 cups, so I'll have a little bit extra. That's okay. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to make some apple tarts. So I'm going to go a little bit. I'm just going to go slices here. I'm not going to go chunks. I'll be able to put these in the fridge while I'm baking the muffins, and we'll do the tarts after.
Right here, I'm coating the apples with some cinnamon and flour. That flour is going to help those apples to not sink to the bottom of the muffins when they're baking. Be sure the wet ingredients like the eggs, the butter, and the milk are all at room temperature before we start mixing them together.
Break that up first. Let's start adding in some sugar slowly. 1 cup. And then we'll be adding in our eggs one at a time. We're using 2 eggs today. That's breaking everything down. Sugar's starting to change color. It's blending. Everything's coming together nicely. I can smell the cinnamon apples right next to me. I love that. I love that flavor, that aroma. There we go. And now we'll crank our speed up 1. Let's make sure that camera's got a good angle for you. And I'll bring in a little bit closer here so you can take a look. There we go. I should say our mixer. So we'll get 1 egg to start. We'll bring that in, we'll incorporate. We're going to make sure everything's incorporated on the first egg before we add in the second. Want a nice creamy texture here. How's our camera work looking? Let's bring this guy right up here so you can get an up close look. And pardon me. We'll get our second egg in there. Excellent. Let's bring you right over top. See what we have going on down there. So it's certainly different baking only using one hand, having one accessible, and the other one right now, I'm kind of holding onto the camera in the tripod. You see I've got a nice creamy texture there. So that's almost ready. I'm going to go ahead next and add in the flour mixture. I'm going to fold that in along with our milk, and I'm using a half a cup today of Greek yogurt. We'll get in our teaspoon plus a bit of vanilla. We'll go ahead and just give that one more little whip. You're going to add in about half of the flour and cinnamon mixture right now. Going to gently fold this in, slowly, and fold. We'll bring it in from all sides. And I'm going to add in about a half a cup of milk. We don't want to overmix here. We'll just be aware of that. Okay. Bring it in from all sides. We're going to incorporate wet and dry here. Coming together nice. Excellent. We'll go ahead and add in the rest of the flour. Mix. And now, this is my special secret. We'll go just about a half a cup of Greek yogurt in there. Nice. And mix, fold, however you want to call it. It's coming together really nice. It's a little bit, just a little bit thick, so add in a little bit of milk, but I've got to heat it up first. Just adding in just a little splash more of milk. Go. And of course, we can't forget our apples. So we need about 2 cups in here. That's about 1. And that's about 2. We'll fold everything together. We're gonna have delicious cinnamon apple muffins. This is great. Excellent. I am going to use a little paper right inside so I can kind of make these a little. Start out with a nice size tablespoon for each one first, and then we can always go back and fill up with any excess. A little bit more right in the front. Set, just give them a little shake, a little tap. Just make sure everything is adjusted accordingly in your muffin tray. These are gonna be fantastic. Okay, now let's put these in the oven. In they go. And we're all set. Look, don't those just look beautiful? And I'm gonna try and operate that other camera at the same time. Well, did I lose one? I think I did. Okay, good. So, what I've got here, my cinnamon and my sugar. Give that a little shake. Okay. So I'm gonna use my pastry brush here. A little bit of butter. We'll just do a few for now. And then while that butter is there, I'll do this. I'm gonna peel back that paper. A little twist. A little twist. Beauty. Okay. Yeah, so I've got a few of those done right now. Ideally, I'd rather let them cool a little bit. Nice one. Check that out right there. Check that out right there. Apple, cinnamon, muffins, extra sugar. Operate with one hand. Normally, I'd have a tripod going on here. There you go, everybody. Apple cinnamon muffins done. Full, easy recipe in the description. Be sure to check that out. Be sure also to hit the like button and the follow button right down there below. That way you can see more great, easy baking recipes just like this. Let's give these a try. I think they're gonna be fantastic. Look at this. Watch. Still hot. Ooh, still steaming. Look. You have to make sure an equal amount of apple in each muffin. Oh yeah. Boom! Look at the chunks of apple. I picked those apples myself with the help of my niece and my nephew in the apple orchard. Those are so good. I need a glass of milk. I really do. It's a lot of sugar.